Hey, welcome everybody to Battle Pirates Crib. Today we're going to talk about Pillage and whatever else you guys are interested in. Let's say hello to everybody. Magic Mike,
Hello.
Pegleg,
Hello to all the friends in the peanut gallery out there.
and Derpy.
Highly polished.
Yes.
If you've got something that's highly polished, I'm not sure we want to know. That sounds personal.
Yeah. It's not some knob issue. Your doorknob's polished, are you?
No, they've been licked clean. We're all good.
Alrighty.
Oh boy.
With sanitizer, I hope.
Well, he's vaccinated now, so he can lick
Okay. There you go.
doorbells or doorknobs he wants. All right, let's move forward.
Oh, you want to do slides?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
We are actually doing a show.
Yeah, well, I've already forgotten.
All right, there are no bug fixes this week,
Yeah, I like that thumbs up.
so everything's a-okay. So, has anybody noticed anything that's been fixed?
I haven't seen anything.
Okay, I did notice. As even with this upgrade, they were supposed to provide a tooltip for the defense handicap that you would see in explainer for your Conqueror ships. That was supposed to be implemented last week. It wasn't, and still has not been implemented this week. So, but yeah, we've already explained that last week what that means. So, no reason to spend too much time on that. So let's move on. Okay, wow, your computer's faster than normal.
I actually got my finger on the button this time.
Okay. No, just the way it moved was much faster than I'm used to.
Oh, well, maybe something got better. Okay, good.
All right. Pillage, Siegebreaker for your Reclaimer, Shadow and Flame for your Hellswarm or whatever it is. Then we have the Raid next week, along with the Harlock's Vanguard, which is the TLC that gives you raid points, and Hold the Line, which for most people is good to do, even if you have all of your defense platforms up to level 12 or whatever the max is. I think it's level 12.
Yep.
They have what I think it's three-day defense platform tokens. Good to keep those around until they're max for next upgrade. Then we have the following week, we have the new FM, which I think is going to be a 4-weeker as opposed to a 3-weeker, and VXP weekend, so you can rank up your Harbinger. Feral Beast is going to be a TLC for your Badger. Universal Conquest is the one that we have for our
Exterminator. The Exterminator.
Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, using those assault targets. And then we have Bounty, High Ground TLC for your Everest. Foreboding Seas is, I assume, is what's going to be the 8 build tokens and 5 upgrade tokens for your Harbinger, the new fleet that we're going to win in Guerrilla Warfare Raid. And then we have got Beach Party. So it seems like it's been a while, but this seems like a calendar where everything's that we would expect to be in it is in it.
And in the right place, even.
Yeah. And it's Titanic, not Titanic.
Yes.
I do have to admit I was a little confused on June Forsaken Mission 16th to 14th, but that 16th June through 14th July was the deal.
Yes.
I also hope that the Feral Beast DLC is not more photon targets, because I hate those targets.
Okay.
Yeah, they do kind of make your eyes glaze over. That last June through July 4th one, Beach Party, you also see Murderous Intent TLC.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be the chance for anybody to get those last upgrade tokens they need to complete that fleet for doing chores and TLCs rolling forward.
Yeah.
Because I don't know that they'll offer it again after that. They've been a little odd about that lately.
Yeah. I mean, it's always, if you're not at X1, Because I'm always like, once the raid shows up, or the TLC show up, after the raid cycle's over, and well, I'm only at U0, so I can't do it. I'm like, there's no reason you should be at U0. I mean, there's been TLCs out there again and again and again, so it's it's not, I don't know why you're U0, especially if you've been playing the game for 9 years. So, alrighty. Now we have no. Go ahead. Now we have Derpy here, the one of the winners of the Battle Pirates movie poster. Do you want to explain it from the artist's perspective, Derpy?
Yeah. So, however much work you think I put into this, just like double or triple the time. The coming soon. That was, of course, the signature phrase you have to use. And I even redid the N. You can see I did it once and it wasn't good enough, so I did it a second time. Highly polished is a direct quote from a review of the game, and it does have a hyphen in it, if you were wondering. The quote that talks about the game being highly polished has a hyphen, so I used that. And I did the Battle Pirates sort of theme colors. It seemed to sort of go together. And I thought the more work I put into something historically, the less likely it is to win. So I do almost no work. I should win, right? And there we go.
And you are the winner.
So, yes. Apparently, people thought it was funny. So,
yes, I enjoyed it, but I also enjoyed your Canadian Battle Pirates too, because I was a little bit confused when Drake said that they all laughed at it, and I was, both of them were on the edge of getting removed, I think. But
would the Canadian one have been removed because it was from last year?
Or just, I don't know. They don't like get made fun of. I have no idea.
The Canadian one was from last year, and I thought it was pretty good last year. I did it again. That one apparently didn't count, but I thought this one, the current one we're all looking at, had a higher likelihood of being removed than winning.
Yeah. I agree. Well, congratulations. You got 5 days of Harbinger tokens, so that should get you a little further ahead. And are you still planning to go with your flag and 3 ships with your 5 days?
I'll probably still do the 4-ship fleet.
Okay.
It's been working fantastic. I have no idea how I didn't figure it out sooner.
Okay. All righty. Unless there's any more discussion on this, anybody have any more comments on this, or we can move forward? Okay. All right. Time for Pillage. Same targets we saw last month, and let's get into that. One more click. All right. The 156, 139. Ronins and Everest. I don't know. Maybe we'll run through them a little bit later on. But I think we've run through all these. The 156, the first 90 minutes last Pillage, was putting out about 5 times the damage that it did after they fixed it. So when it came out this time, it was came out rather smoothly. The 139 causes significantly more damage.
Unchanged from last time.
Yes, unchanged from last time. So let's move on unless anybody wants to talk about anything else. All right, we have the neural network engine. I was trying to figure out why they always are putting car engines in these things as opposed to a nuclear reactor or something. But then I looked at I Googled some pictures. I don't put them on here, but of the nuclear reactors that are in aircraft carriers and subs, and there's really not much to show there.
No, there's not. So
I guess that's the reason that we have a V6 you know.
And if you look at some speedboats, they have engines that look like this in them.
Yeah.
So-
But, go ahead, Derp. Oh, I thought that was you were saying something. But yeah. But I wouldn't expect these ships in the future at this size to have a speedboat engine in them. So
it's oversized, and they want you to think about it, obviously, given the name.
yeah. So, well, if we look at this compared to the Old Glory, I don't think they came out with a 9.5 engine. I couldn't find one because anything that's past, at least a lot of stuff, I know the engines are, and some other stuff, you really can't find it on a normal search. Like if you use the pull down menu to find movement, you can't find anything new in the shipyard, at least for engines, and maybe some other stuff. They need to somehow reconcile that. But all right, we have, compared to the Old Glory, we have twice the survival, 10% increase in combat speed, 25% in turn and map speed. So, the other issue potentially is the total weight jumps up to plus 20%. Then the debate comes into the Reef Rider engine, which is non-limited. It has the same speed as the Old Glory. Again, less survival, but and no concussive survival. But survival that the engines provide eventually become just I don't know what the right word to use, but pretty much useless relative to the amount of survival you get through auras or upgrades. But the additional concussive damage might be useful if the speed is not required and the turn speed. So I'm just throwing it out there right now as something to consider. I'm going to pick up all the neural network engines I can, all 5 of them, to put on the fleet. But it's just something to consider once we start seeing the targets. So, any thoughts?
Yeah, I figured because it's faster, probably worth it to put on the faster one. If this was PvP, I would definitely use the damage one because it's much more important there. But this one, not too big of a deal.
Yeah. I mean, I looked at my older ships and I had Reef Rider. I don't think I've ever put an Old Glory on. You might see the same. So I have Reef Rider on my Ronins.
Same. I think most of us did.
Yeah. So I don't know if that extra little boost in damage is helpful. So, all right, let's take a look at the next slide, Mike. All right. Always a good opportunity to bring back the Freedom Fist. So just a fairly linear scale up of weight and damage. The only thing that's not just a direct scale up is the wind up time is a little bit longer on the Omen than the Freedom Fist. But everything else is just sort of what we might have predicted 6 months ago.
Yep. Not too exciting.
No. So okay.
Although this does lack the building and wall damage stat that the other one had for whatever reason. Freedom Fist has a 12 and a 12, and this got nothing.
Yeah. So there's no building and wall, so it's okay. Lego has Old Glory on the flag, but the rest of the fleet has Reef Rider. Yeah, and as you progress to X1, there's really less reason to have the Old Glory on there. Okay. Let's move on. All right. This is the original prize store for Pillage. One more click. All right. The invader plates got removed for one reason or another. We were told that it wasn't supposed to be in this Pillage, and it was just a mistake. So I don't know. But we also see the 10 redeems for the Omen Gatling gun and 5 for the neural network engine. There's some interesting PvP stuff on the right-hand side for people that don't have enough Badgers or Abominations or PT Transformers or, whatnot. So all these things are available in the store, plus more. And the 2-day structure build token for a really high cost. Thoughts on any of this stuff? It's sort of what we would expect.
Yeah, no surprises in what we're seeing here.
Yeah.
A little disappointment that are you going to go deeper into the store?
No.
Okay, little disappointment that they've kind of removed a lot of the older ship stuff that was in there, and they removed a lot of the older content, considering they do try to bill it as a catch-up event. But they seem to think that it wasn't worth having it in there anymore.
Yeah, I guess if it's like...
By older content, do you mean the tier 7 turrets that did 0 damage, or the tokens for the ships that people were still kind of using?
Tokens for ships is my main focus on those.
But what tier were they below? What tier were they that they were?
There's no Reclaimer tokens, no Ronin tokens, nothing like that. Upgrade build kits, anything.
Okay. Huh. Yeah, that seems a little bit overly aggressive. The other thing people should know is, I don't know if when it showed up, did it show up last FM? When did the Ronin chest show up in the FM in tier 1, where you get built a fleet of Ronins? Has that been around forever and I just didn't realize it?
I think it's more probably like last FM. It's more recent edition.
The schedule that I was told they're on is showing up the same month. They show up the same week as the second Pillage.
Okay, so it did show up. That was new when I saw it.
I don't know why they can't have that in the update notes. But I would even rather have it a month ago rather than this one. But
yeah, that makes more sense. But yeah, the Ronin was available. The Ronin chests were available in the last FM, and I'm assuming they're available in this FM. It's a fully built fleet. I have not opened my chest to see what the build is because I don't know. I guess I don't need the resources or whatever's in them. Avalanche Mortar. Oh, I forgot to add the Avalanche Mortars. Yeah. It's sort of like the Golden Eagle mortars. They want to stick to that cost and just keep it there. And even after, see, it's going to be even stupider when the Avalanche Mortars are that same price in 3 months and they're still up there. That's going to be the funny part, because I'm certain at that point we'll have everybody will have well-developed whatever the name of the new garrison hall is going to be, but it'll still be 45K. So, is there anything? Let me see. I only have one more slide that's sort of useful. Anybody have anything more on the store?
Nope, I don't think so.
I'll just say I'm very glad they removed all the useless tier 7 turrets. I think they probably, they need to add back in tokens for the 3 most recent ships. Maybe not the actual one we're currently building. The Ravager. They probably don't. They're not going to give. They're really stingy with those during the actual cycle. Yeah. Otherwise, they just read the build time. But stuff for the photons and especially the reclaimers and the Ronins should be in here. They're not. I also don't know why interceptors aren't something that's given out basically free. there's no way to get interceptors in the game right now. They're not in bounty or anything.
Okay, they got removed from bounty, and I guess they assume everybody that was interested because they kept on. It's not part of like
They
some
gave them
package.
out like a year and a half ago, but if you've came back in the last year and a half and want to get interceptors to do shipwrecks, it's literally impossible to do so.
Huh, that's interesting. Maybe they're phasing them out. It's my only guess. Okay, let's move forward. This is just a reminder. We have the engine for the Harbinger, 5 of them available in the current pillage. We have 10 of the limited weapons available in the current pillage, and then in the raid next week, we will be getting the hull, the normal ships, not the Harry Harbinger or whatever they're going to call it, and then the non-limited weapon, which we expect to be 15% less damage than the current one. And then we have a skirmish special, reckoning munition casings, which I assume is going to be probably some sort of damage splash, whatever special. And then damage diffusion system 2. So we'll have 1, 2. We'll have 3 new
special.
What?
If damage diffusion system 2 is focused around splash damage reduction, I'm not using it.
Yeah, I mean, they'll probably throw some, I don't know, evade, or maybe they'll do something else.
It's not coming from a place with a good track record, I'll say that.
Yeah. So, does anybody want to run through the targets quickly so we can see what if anybody's forgot from last month?
I've been doing a few 156s while we're talking, so I could do that.
Okay.
I think I've done about 7 so far. One of them was over instant repair and base, but it was a minute per ship because I messed up. Give me a few seconds to start sharing.
Okay, the 156. Okay.
Yeah, I did put a crew on for my Everest fleet, but I haven't hit the Everest target yet. So
I did before the show without a crew, and I was at, what did we say, 46 minutes, 47? I forget, something like that. 46 or 47 minutes, and that's with the mixed U2, U3 fleet.
Yeah, it's the 139.
Yep. So it's the same as last time. Definitely worth running a steelhead on it if you're going to do a bunch of them.
Yeah, if you're gonna run them into the dirt like at the end of the evening, that's definitely worth it.
The locator took me halfway across the map again. So
yeah, I've been complaining about that.
Locator still had bounty coming up on it for a while too. I don't know if that's still in there or not.
Yeah, it was there earlier, but now it's gone now. Okay, so what's the general stuff for this target is use the countermeasure left and right wings against the torpedoes, stay moving and stay at max range, or wait till these ships go under.
Yeah, for the apex hunters, use the wings for the what are we going to call these? The pancakes. Just get as close as possible, as soon as possible, so that you take the damage versus the lower level rockets. And do not, at least I don't, attack the pancakes from behind. I try to go as straight head on with them as possible, because they are they're a little bit slower than you, but not that much. So you're going to take.
So for this one, if I went directly from the left or even where I'm at, I wouldn't do great. I'm going to get in front of it and use oil slick to accelerate into it, and
Yeah.
that'll make it super easy. And if you can manage to hit it with both of the built-in weapons on each side,
Mm-hmm.
you've actually got two there. So
Yeah, it's not one weapon. So if you do a little, little swirling action.
is that what they call it these days?
Yep, swirling. But if you have the right pattern, because they do turn, so if you know which direction they're going to turn, that's helpful as well. Because they don't always turn towards you.
Well, this guy just fired torpedoes. Stay moving perpendicular roughly to that. It
Mhm.
helps if you're off the ice fields. I tend to go on those more than I should, but I'm not going to take damage, so it's fine. And
Yeah,
you can either kite them at max range, or you can wait till they go underwater.
Yeah. You're living on the edge relative to the way I drive this.
Oh yeah,
Wild and reckless, just like the flowing locks.
Yeah. Yep. back when he was in, did you used to be in Poison? Derpy Main.
whichever band you want to throw out there. The answer is yes.
Okay. Yes.
Well, I'll bet you this one's about 14, 15 minutes. 0% concussive, resisted, and taken. It's all explosive.
Yep.
10 minutes, 36 seconds.
Okay.
And I've done, at this rate, 8 of these things. I might as well do the Everest target at the same time, or while I'm here. Yeah, of course, because I parked by one. Now it's gone.
Yeah. I don't know. Is there any current use for the Hellswarm?
I used it in a bounty target, but it was really frustrating because there were 2 targets with the same number. So you'd go take your Hellswarm fleet out, try and find the target you can hit. It's a 164, but there's a second 164 that's a completely different target that no one should ever hit. So,
But that used to be a 124 until they changed it to a 164, which is also...
Yeah, there were 2 124s. I complained about it and said, hey, you've got 2 124s. And the response was, oh, it should be a captain target. So we'll change the number to 164 and be a captain. But then there's still 2 targets with the same name. Like, do you not realize the issue that you're creating in this game? Do any Kicksai employees play bounty and hit those targets to realize the problem of 2 targets having the same name? Is it
same number? Yeah.
Am I being unreasonable thinking all the targets should have different numbers?
Nope.
Well, yeah. I mean, the whole number scarcity thing is an issue, I guess, in Canada. I don't understand. I agree with you that the numbers should not be scarce. They should be able to use all once they're in a certain tier. There's 9 to choose from, and they only have like 2, so there's no reason to double up, I would think.
You can put them 5 levels apart if you wanted to.
How the hell did you do that?
Do what? Split them up?
Yeah, so quick.
Use the arrow key. Ship 1 goes here, ship 2 goes here, ship 3 goes here, ship 4 goes here.
Okay.
Wait, is this different?
Well, the thing you're not doing right is you're not lining up behind the mountains. Line up. No. Go down, and then go up.
Okay. Yeah. This felt different for some reason.
No, it's the same.
Oh, I'm thinking of the FM target.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Stick behind the mountains, and then sort of edge up, and you can kill half of the southern half. And then go back around. Yeah.
I was trying to drive that like the FM target.
Yeah.
Which unfortunately you don't get to take on any of the heavies on there. It's all the meaningless crap.
Yeah, but it still reduces your damage over,
Yeah, it does.
This
Yeah,
area
let's-
Okay,
where you're doing
let's
right
do the
now
little split thing again.
first. Shouldn't do it.
I'm doing this. Oh, I went in range of someone. I was doing that so the brimstone did less damage because it's all splash damage.
yeah.
So if you want to
The first time it
micromanage,
just happened so fast. It's like, what?
yeah,
I can't do it.
Yeah, if you want to micromanage, you can slip by a little bit on the left without going through the ice patch. But yeah, it's because you're sort of an open spot right there to your right.
yeah. Don't tell them while they're putting ice field there.
Yes. I mean, I saw one suggestion like, why don't we just make it one ice field and just make it way bigger and have it cover the entire map?
Then if you're not X1, shame on you, right? Or not shame on you, but sorry for your bad luck.
Yeah, the other place is right here, where if you go a little bit north, because you have another open patch, if you go a little bit north and cross, there's less ice to deal with, as opposed to dealing with the ice all the way across.
Now, do I charge this guy?
Yeah, just charge, and then go to that corner.
You take a couple rockets from him, but in the end, it's better to charge and get it over with and sit there in the open.
Yeah. You can get closer. No, you can get closer in that corner. There you go.
I like the side projectile speed mortars. Having them all be dead is pretty good.
Yeah, they're a nice mortar. They're not worth 45,000 a piece, but hey.
Well, I spend it on that because, yeah, you auto five sets and you get yourself one mortar. Is it quite that bad?
I'm already maxed on them, so I'm not getting them anymore.
Yeah, I'm maxed as of last pillage, so.
Yeah, weight limited if I wanted to put more on. All right. 43 minutes.
39.
Mostly explosive.
Ah.
Oh, I missed it by 2 seconds.
Yeah, pretty good.
Wow. Now I'm just going to auto the rest of them, so unless you want to watch my ships just standing on the map here.
I'm curious what kind of a repair bill you get out of your auto, though.
Well, we can find out. I can tell you or we can watch, whichever works for me.
Yeah, we don't have anything other visuals. Is there any, as far as the conversations, is there anything else we should be discussing? I mean, was your poster your like a second choice, or was that your first choice right away? And how did you progress to that poster? Was there, was there some iterations in between?
Well, it was just kind of, I said, it'd be funny if I put no work into this thing. And I thought it was random. So I thought Drake, rolls a D10, picks whoever's got it. But apparently
this one did not say random. So yeah.
Okay. Well, I haven't been putting less and less. I've been, with all the random ones, I put in lots of effort. I don't win.
Yeah.
So there's no point in putting any effort in if it's random. So I'm glad it's not, I guess. But
yeah.
This was the first iteration. Maybe the colors could have been more summer themed. Was one piece of feedback I saw.
Okay.
So it wasn't very summer themed, but in terms of winning, they listed 3 winners. Was I number 1 or was I number 3?
I don't know that they ranked them because the prize was all the same. Because they used to have 1, 2, 3, but now they've gone to just a winners pool. So maybe that is a leftover from the fact that back when it was random. everybody
five,
gets
five,
everybody.
5 days of build tokens for the current ship that's about to be, the next skirmish one. That's a whole lot better than 25 gold.
Pretty nice.
Yeah.
Also, what Lady Cat got when she won all hers, 25 gold.
I won. What? No, I got when I won. I got more than that.
One token's worth 48 gold, isn't it?
Yeah, just about.
I can't remember. I remember I won tokens and gold. I can't remember exactly what when I came up with the soundtrack or whatnot. What you listen to when you play Battle Pirates, but it was some combination. I think of just gold tokens and gold. Yeah, it takes a
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. How do you think they decided 19 ice fields as opposed
to bottom left?
I got that.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
Why 19? Not 20, not 18.
How many non-ice fields?
At least the bottom area here is clear.
Yeah. Everything where you're not going to get shot at, there's no ice fields.
Right.
And are these ice fields created by the Drax or whoever we're fighting at this point, or are they naturally occurring? Do we know that answer? Okay, so we've gone from.
Is that
48?
It was 40. It was.
I can't see it. Is that
an hour? It was 43.
That's 1 hour 33.
1 hour 33, and you had 43.
So it's 50 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's not worth. I don't have a steelheads on, but that's not worth driving. No.
That's amazing that it's only a 7-minute penalty, to be honest.
Yeah.
I actually drove it for, I hate to even say this, 37 minutes, like not even knowing what the hell I was doing. I don't know
but you're at X1.
Yeah, you're
there you go. That's it. Okay, sorry.
I've got it. Flags at U3, a few ships at U2, 1 or 2 at U3 at U1.
Okay, no attempt to boast.
Yeah. Well, or Micah,
I wonder what it would do if I autoed it with.
That's what I was going to suggest. That maybe because there's a lot of people at X1.
So okay.
And Dynamite's saying 36 to 38 on auto.
Okay, well, I drove it for 37, so yeah, that would be awesome.
yeah. So it might be.
That'd be incredibly awesome.
Yeah, it might be
slides anymore.
No, but yeah.
Okay, I'll dump the slide.
But I am curious if you get better. Why don't you drive it first? We'll drive it first, and then see if you get better on auto.
Okay, all right, I'll do that.
Okay,
and then I'll park it till tonight and finish it off later. I got a little bit of switching around to do here for a second.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're repaired. Guess I have to share that screen.
In the group or in chat, is there any other issues that we should be discussing that I've failed to bring up?
I got nothing.
Okay.
Okay, should be sharing.
Yep, you are.
Okay, I should go down.
Okay, you're going to drive this one?
I will drive this one.
Okay. One thing, since we're on
all the directions that you want to give.
No, well, you know. We'll
just now that's looks like it's close in. I don't know if is that okay for viewing, or should I?
It's
either closer in or
no. That's much better. The other one, yeah, we can't even tell
because I can probably minus it a little bit.
What autos the base part targets without getting? I hit my I use Gladiuses, and it's always instant repair on the water. They're X1.
And the reclaimers work too, at least on the little target.
Okay, yeah, I do the big target with Gladius. And I do find it interesting that it's the base parts target for the one that gives more, and then there's the small parts target. So it's some people could find some of that amusing, but yeah, but with the Gladius, it's minor X1, but it's like 4 minutes of damage on auto. Oh, the SSRBs. I haven't done the SSRBs in a while because I find the other targets on the water to be a better choice for me. Yeah. Gladius is on auto as far as the base part target, the large base part target one.
Damn it.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know. Is there a reason to do the SSRB target over the other targets? I mean, over the other ones? I don't know if it's a higher payout or is there a reason? But the base part targets that you can find in the locator, not in the SSRB, 150K at a time. What's the other one? Yeah, the other one's like 45. I forget. I just hit them. I forget how many is for the other one.
Boy, I massacre this thing.
Yeah, I'm betting on the auto right now. A relay on auto.
I'm making excuses here. My down arrow key was not stopping them. So
Okay. Well, you're just taking a completely different path than I've ever seen before.
Yeah, I am. Yeah. I'm taking more damage than I did the first time.
And I think you have some.
Oh, that was stupid.
Okay, 3 on your full. Yeah, I just auto the targets in the water, the normal ones, not the SSRB, and with the Gladius, and it works pretty well. But I'm sorry, I haven't hit the SSRBs of either one in a good long time.
I just hit the S button. I gotta say, I'm embarrassed in that drive because it did not go the way.
Yeah, and I think you still have some live turrets on the left side of the screen.
Probably.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Still having trouble because the down arrow is not working. This is a wireless keyboard. I think it's shot.
All right.
It's going to be over 55 minutes probably.
Yeah, I was looking in the 50s. I was 55. I don't know. Let's see.
Look at this. I'll tell you what we'll do. 36. It's better than I did the first time. Actually, not making all the mistakes.
Did we auto it yet?
No.
This
drove that very poorly.
Yeah, it looked like a bad auto, but
it was horrible. Yeah, I drove that very poorly. Okay, let's see what happens. 36. What was it? 36 and what? And 53?
36, 35, I think.
36, 35. Okay.
All right. So,
my goodness sakes.
Yeah.
That's right there. Look at that, right? Okay. Hands off. Here we go. I'll just start it, right?
Yep.
So we don't have to wait.
So,
I just hit the start. Let's go. Okay. There we go.
So we're basically looking to beat that. You need to have an hour, less than an hour and 13 minutes on auto.
I'm speechless because that felt so clumsy. I can't even.
Well, with the
too bad we didn't have anyone on the show who did it, 10 minutes ago or anything.
Yeah. God.
Liga uses eradicators on SSRPs.
Are those tier 5 or?
I don't know.
I think they're tier 7, but
Well,
they both I have. So
the issue that I recall is there's the floating mines in them, but I can't remember the comparable damage to payoffs. I haven't hit an SRB in well over a year, I think.
Yeah, I stopped hitting those too. It's like, don't need them right now. But then I don't.
Did TSM come up with something where you stuck a cryo depth charge in it to take care of the mines?
Yeah, I was gonna mention something like that. I don't remember which weapon.
I think it was the cryo depth charge.
Okay. Do I need sonar? Does that have to go on a specific ship, or?
I don't think so. I think they've got thermal on them, and that does the job. I have to go back and look for it, but I know that he talked about doing that.
That's another thing I got to do in 5 days when my shipyard's free. My Ravager flag's going up to X1, so.
Yeah, mine completed. I've got my fourth ship going up to X1 right now.
My last ship, number 5, is still a blank U2 ship.
Totally blank, huh?
Yeah, well, I did the TLC this past week and did my last round of that this morning. So I've got 8 build tokens, which will get that fitted, but and I don't remember if I've got my normal ships. I think my 3 normal ships are all at X1, so I should be X1 raid number 2.
There you go. It can be done.
And survey says hour 13.
Well, that's
It's
45 seconds worse on auto. 40, no, not quite that bad. 34 seconds worse.
So I wonder if I actually drove. It still doesn't matter, right? If I actually drove it well, what could I do better? Maybe 5 minutes.
Yeah. About
so that. End of the night, kill it off doing 139s and just do the 156s during the daytime. Make your pairs. That's kind of what I normally do. That's how I do my FM. I auto the 184s, is it?
Yeah, those are the big ones.
Yeah, I auto those at the end of a night, and I'm usually done with FM in one night. One day, one night. Because during the day,
I can't remember if I can get them all done in one repair or not.
Well, during the daytime, I do the ones I can base repair.
The 143s or whatever?
143s, yeah. And then at night, before I go to bed, I hit the rest of the 184s, and I'm pretty much done with FM. So, I don't know if I can show anything else. I doubt it.
Ronin, no crew, 10 minutes on a 156. I'll take that.
I can try a Ronin driving it the right way, because I've been taking like 16, 18 minutes coming up from behind. So we can try that. But you already did that one.
Yeah, why?
Yeah, he did. He drove it earlier.
So it's already been done one.
I think I drove it last on the previous Pillage show.
I had to deal with something, and so did you.
Exactly.
Perform better.
Almost exact. It was what, 15 seconds longer or something?
34 seconds worse than double.
Okay. Alrighty.
That's humorous to me, because you don't know what I was going through trying to drive that stupid thing. Resetting my keyboard off on because the down key wasn't working. I couldn't stop the ship. It's funny.
Right. I put the link in the right-hand side in case anybody wants to join the show or the after show. Is there anything else we should be discussing, or we've covered it all? Anybody going to come out? Go ahead.
I think we covered the relevant topics.
Yeah, I mean, anybody want to? Anybody going to post a video on the Harbinger build tonight?
We have a build for that. We have the blueprint.
No. I'm just kidding. I was just finding it. Never mind.
You think I'd do them too early?
I think generally the community does them too early, not just you.
Yeah.
But generally they come out too soon, and people jump ahead too far, and they don't need to. They could save those coins for later if they're going to coin them, and they would just be as relevant, potentially more accurate.
Well, my problem is someone's going to tell you to put 10 missile defense system 3s on your Ravager fleet, and I want to be on record saying no. Please don't do that. Yeah,
and I do understand the videos where like, okay, if you these are the three or four things that we think we know are going to go on there, but when the ones that not necessarily you, but across the board, is when it goes all the way to completion, like this is the way it's supposed to be built, and then people are coining to build that way. It's I guess,
and then that individual coins off their entire build in a completely different one. Yes, 3 different ones in a month, and you're stuck with copying the first one that doesn't work great anymore.
Yeah. It's I'm just saying it seems like they.
But hey, it's valuable information to see whatever someone does, whatever build it is, valuable information to see how that full fleet of U3 ships works in the VXP targets.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
It's a tiny bit misleading on a few things, but it's valuable info.
Yeah. Okay. Anything in the PvP world that's interesting or not interesting, or?
Well, we have 5 abominations now. I do not have 5 built. I have 3 pretty much built. Armor situation's a bit weird on all of them.
Is it best to have a fleet of 5, or is it best to have a fleet of 4 and then?
Yeah, I mean, it might depend on the base. I think my particular base layout is weakest to 3 abomination to exterminator.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not like we went from 3 ships only to 5 ships. We went and all limited armors. We went from 3 abomination to exterminator to 5 abomination with 6 armor slots total across the entire fleet that we could put on. And my point is, exterminator to abomination isn't necessarily, they're the same tier. So there were a lot of people on forums saying, even before the bounty store opened, 5 abominations are going to be horrible. And granted, they are, in most cases, I would think stronger than what we had before. And meta's still shifting around. And I don't think 5 abominations are completely ruining the game and it's completely unbalanced and attackers are winning every time. I don't think that. But a lot of other people do.
Well, because it just seems with the range issues and whatnot, it just seems like driven properly that it might be more efficient to have like you said, three or 4, you can still outrange certain things that might be providing more damage to the abomination. So, okay. All right. Well, nobody seems to be joining us for the live show. The link is out there on the right-hand side.
I see it. Oh, there we go. I see it now.
Yes. Okay. Well, you've already joined, so it's probably not as necessary for you. But we'll be back on Friday. God knows what we'll talk about that point, because I think everything is. I don't expect us to have any new news, and we still have the same targets that we had last month. Up. Is this Derpy the calf?
I just wonder what the audio sounds like.
It's a little deeper. But yeah. Alrighty. We'll see y'all on Friday, and God knows what we're going to talk about, but it's going to be open mic. So if you have any topics that we missed or come up between now and then, feel free to join the show. And best of luck with Pillage, everybody.
Have fun with the highly polished prize store.
Later, people.
See ya.